Best World War II Movies of the 1990s, ranked. The 1990s was perhaps the last golden decade. While banks and corporations solidified their political power behind the scenes, planting dangerous seeds the world would reap in later decades, culture prospered throughout this decade of technological innovation, musical genius, and literary brilliance. The 1990s was also the decade of the war epic, and in particular movies about World War II that had ended 50 years prior. Filmmakers managed to accurately capture the true scale and extent of a war that had impacted billions of lives around the world, exposing its brutality, as well as giving voice to the stories of humanity. Here are some of the best World War II films of the 1990s. 16. The Land Girls, 1998. Chronicling the determined women who were sent to rural farms in the United Kingdom to take on the responsibilities of men who left to serve in the war, The Land Girls focuses on three vastly different ladies, Rachel Wise, Catherine McCormick, and Anna Friel, as they move from their city homes to the country and join the Women's Land Army to help increase agriculture and grow more food during World War II. 15. Bent, 1997. Based on the Martin Sherman stage play of the same name, the emotionally devastating drama Bent stars Clive Owen as the gay man Max, who is ostracized by his wealthy family in Berlin because of his sexuality and after having a romantic dalliance with a German officer, is shocked when he is murdered by his fellow Nazis. Max is subsequently sent to the Dachau concentration camp and tries to deny being gay, but finds his denial rocked when he falls in love with the unapologetic prisoner Horst. 14. Korczak, 1990. Set against the grim backdrop of the Warsaw Ghetto, this biographical war drama, directed by Andrzej Wajda, is proof of the fact that cinema can be deeply moving and thought-provoking. Korczak highlights the sheer grit and heroism of Janusz Korczak, a pediatrician who fiercely advocated for the safety of children. During World War II, he opened a makeshift orphanage and provided shelter, food, and protection to over 200 children stuck in the middle of tragedy, bloodshed, and the absolute collapse of nations. 13. Aimee Jaguar, 1999. The effect of World War II was felt everywhere, and charting the tricky borders of bomb-scarred Berlin in 1944 is this German drama film that showcases the unlikely love affair between a Nazi officer's wife and a Jewish woman. Lily Wust is a housewife and mother of 4 boys, who finds herself drawn to Felice Schragenheim, an underground fighter. As their love unfolds against the crumbling of the Nazi regime, some things are clear. Lily won't have to face any consequences and Felice can finally hope to live. 12. The Remains of the Day, 1993. Acting greats Anthony Hopkins and Emma Thompson earned Academy Award nominations for their riveting performances in the drama The Remains of the Day, a retelling of the novel by Nobel Prize-winning author Kazuo Ishiguro that follows devoted English butler James Stephens as he reflects upon his tumultuous time at Darlington Hall during the Second World War, as his employer becomes manipulated by Nazi forces. 11. A Midnight Clear, 1992. William Wharton is the eponymous author of the book this movie is based on. Set in the snow-swept Ardennes during Christmas '44, A Midnight Clear follows the activities and intentions of an American tank crew and infantry unit sent to occupy a house and stay there to observe the Germans. But when the Germans turn out to be suspiciously friendly, the 6 men settle into an uneasy cohabitation with the POWs in the lonely chateau. 10. Mother Night, 1996. Another intriguing film by Keith Gordon, Mother Night is a romantic war drama that stars Nick Nolte as American Howard Campbell. Howard doesn't care much about the war and wants a peaceful life. He delights in attending upper-class social events with his wife, Helga Noth. But his freedom and fun are cut short when the US government delegates him to broadcast the Nazi propaganda on European radio from occupied Berlin. Soon, it is revealed that Howard is secretly working for Allied intelligence. 9. Memphis Belle, 1990. World War II wasn't all about attacks and infiltrations. Several bomber missions were being carried out across countries to retaliate against the violence caused. Memphis Belle recreates the stunning mission led by Matthew Modine. His crew of the U.S. 8th Air Force B-17 bomber went on a final fateful flight after being ordered to bomb a heavily defended town occupied by the Allied. 8. The English Patient, 1996. In contrast to other World War II movies of the 1990s, such as Stalingrad, The Thin Red Line, or Saving Private Ryan, there are very few scenes of the actual war in Anthony Minghella's Academy Award-winning drama The English Patient. Instead, this romantic wartime tale centers around a badly burned plane crash victim, Ralph Fiennes, as he recounts his life to a young French-Canadian combat nurse, played by Juliette Binoche, caring for him during the last days of World War II. 7. Europa Europa, 1990. Agnieszka Holland's critically acclaimed war drama, Europa Europa, tells the incredible but true story of Salomon Pearl, a 16-year-old Jewish boy, played by Marco Hofschneider, who survived the Holocaust by disguising himself as a pure Aryan German and joining the Hitler Youth. 6. Life is Beautiful, 1997. The Academy Award-winning Life is Beautiful is an incredibly emotive portrait of an Italian Jewish family's life during World War II, under the right-wing, anti-Semitic ideologies of Hitler and Mussolini. Guido Orifice, played so thought-provokingly by Roberto Benigni, who also starred and directed the movie, is a Jewish bookshop owner during Nazi Germany's final solution. 5. Stalingrad, 1993. The bloody Battle of Stalingrad, which claimed the lives of over 20,000 men per day and lasted nearly 6 grisly months, provides an example of the barbarity of war. Camped just outside the Russian city of Stalingrad were the underprepared German army. Stalingrad brutally centers on a group of German soldiers who fought for survival after being caught up in the major World War II battle. 4. Underground, 1995. Directed by Emir Kusturica, Underground is a satirical Serbian war movie that pictures the war effort in the Serbian capital of Belgrade. Winning the 1995 Palme d'Or, Underground follows the story of two friends and black marketeers as they prepare for the imminent German invasion of Serbia, gathering weaponry and various supplies and moving underground. 3. The Thin Red Line, 1998. Terrence Malick's film, The Beautiful and Poetic The Thin Red Line, suffered the misfortune of being released 3 months after Steven Spielberg's warship, Saving Private Ryan. Akin to being outshone by one's twin, getting an A in an exam while they get an A, Malick's great return to cinema after 2 decades still doesn't get the attention it rightfully deserves. 2. Schindler's List, 1993. Steven Spielberg, with a stellar crew and ensemble in tow, was an almost permanent fixture on stage at the 1995 Oscars, picking up a staggering 7 Academy Awards for the extraordinary true story Schindler's List. The screen adaptation of the novel Schindler's Ark is a tale of heroism, humanity, and compassion. Shot with a monochromatic ambience, Spielberg directed this heartwarming story of Oskar Schindler, Liam Neeson, a factory owner, industrialist, and member of the Nazi Party, who sympathizes with the Jews being persecuted by Hitler's fascist regime. 1. Saving Private Ryan, 1998. Certain films stick with audiences, some for a year, others for several, but gradually the memory of it begins to diminish until they're left with just the reference points and vague recollections. Spielberg's Saving Private Ryan is an anomaly, partly because it's a TV station's default movie on a Sunday night, but also because it has been justifiably considered to be the best war movie of all time. It's the atomic bomb of military screenplays. The saga begins with feasibly the most definitive opening scene in war film history and, arguably, cinematic history.